no position in American sports feels the pressure or the weight on their shoulders like a quarterback. Hopes and dreams of an entire fan base of teams ride on whether their signal caller can lead them to glory. And boy, what a matchup of two elite dudes we have in this one. Welcome to the home of the Temple Owls, Philadelphia, Pennsylvania, and Lincoln Financial Field. As we'll see a participant from last year's playoff, the Penn State Nittany Lions, taking on a team from the playoff a year ago, the Temple Owls. For EA Sports College Football, I'm Reese Davis, joined here in the booth by a couple of legends, and yes, we do use that term loosely. David Pollack from the University of Georgia and former Gator Jesse Palmer. Guys, let's get down to the field. The Owls ready to get this thing started and open the season. And he takes this from inside the 5. Didn't find any crease in that kickoff coverage, and he'll be stopped at the 17. Leaves it with the running back. Turning it on. They bring him down, but the big play will move the sticks.
How nice is it in an offense when you can generate explosive plays by running the football? You got to force feed this guy, man. He is an absolute game changer.
The Nittany Lions, after ripping off that huge run, let's see if they can do it again. Rides the back and leaves it on the option. And the defense holds firm. No pickup at all on that play. Guys, let's think big picture for a minute and talk about Penn State. Doesn't matter what time of season it is, a top 10 win is a top 10 win, and you know the underdogs would love to make a statement.
No doubt about it. You've got a very low number beside your name. You're going to get everybody's best shot, and that's what this team is expecting from their opponent today. A lot of eyeballs watching this game. They have a lot of expectations on this team. Now it's time to see if they can deliver.
Yeah, and the offseason was so much more important when you know you're playing a highly ranked team to start the season. Attention to detail higher, excitement higher, a chance to go out and prove something very early in the season.
You know, they say football is a game of inches, and on that last play, that easily could have been an interception and a huge play for the defense, yet somehow, after the deflection, the offense is able to make the catch, and looky, this drive is still going.
My, oh my, 41 yards rushing. What a way to get this season started. The Nittany Lions come to the line with a new set of downs. Wants to go up top on first down. No more time to throw. Quarterback is sacked at the 35.
And listen, the quarterback drops back, and he's going through his progressions. We see zone, but just couldn't do anything about it. This defensive line, this pressure, getting to the quarterback, getting him on the ground.
Really need to pick up some yardage this time on second and long. Wants to go up top. He'll take a shot. And he got a hand on it to knock it down in the end zone. Let's take just a second and talk about Penn State. By no means was it a transfer portal exodus. The number of guys they lost among the fewest in the country, but you do wonder if things have just become really transactional in the sport right now.
Well, this is a team that had a lot of success last year, and a lot of their key players want to build off of that. So to me, not a big surprise that these guys decided to stick around.
Yeah, it's cool to see it, man. You don't see a lot of this in college football nowadays. A lot of people leaving. They're doing a good job of retaining their guys. They must have built a really good culture.
Quick timeout by the defense there, trying to make sure everyone has the same call. This offense has moved into plus territory, and they want to keep the heat on. They'll go for it on 4th down. He'll try to throw and pick up the 1st down. Got the quick pass. This senior showed some serious arm strength firing that one in for the 1st down. They were easily within field goal range there, but they don't feel like you can win this game 3 points at a time.
No, pass. I mean, you got to be aggressive. You got to get touchdowns, man. You've seen the emphasis. Defenses are willing to give up yards now to make you kick field goals. I like this offense being aggressive. Forget the 3s. We need 6s.
Going to work in the red zone. They can't pick up the 1st down without getting it into the end zone. Back to pass on 2nd down. Quarterback moving out of the pocket. He makes a grab, and he will score. Touchdown, Nittany Lions.
I don't know how many people expected this to happen, playing on the road in this environment against a better opponent, but they showed tremendous poise. In the opening drive, nice execution. They scored a touchdown. That was big time.
Kickoff unit on the field, and this defense will be called on to protect this lead. Here he comes from inside his own 5. He was looking for some running room, but not much to be found as he stopped at the 18. From the shotgun, they'll run it. Tried to move that pile forward. He maybe gets 2. He's down at the 21.
The big fella in the middle, man. Those defensive tackles, they go such a long way in deciding and really stopping the other team's run game. Just forcing contact with those guards and those centers, owning the line of scrimmage, and getting running backs on the ground.
Complete to the left. A huge play, and they get it all the way to the 45-yard line.
Man, if I'm a defense, I got to find a way to get some more pressure on the quarterback or disrupt their timing and their rhythm. I can't give them these big chunk plays through the air. I got to be maybe a little bit more aggressive or do something a little bit different.
How about a little rhythm that you can tap your toe to on that throw and catch for the 1st down? Receivers work tirelessly at tapping that toe along the sideline, and it just looks so natural for him.
Yeah, it can't just be pat and go all the time, right? Reese just jogging down the field, ball hits you right in stride. You got to be able to make awkward body catches and do it getting your feet in bounds. That was sweet.
Finds us back in the middle. The ball is down at the 14 after that grab. Temple lines up quickly. Give to the running back. And this one will be stopped for no gain.
And just a great job by the defense being stout, right? That's your job. Be stout up front, stuff in the run play, make them get in more passing situations, but do not let them run the football. That's 101. Stop the run first.
Wants to throw on 3rd down. He's got it and still on his feet. And he'll run out of bounds just short of the goal line. Wanted to get it in, but couldn't quite get home.
That is so deflating on defense, too, because in your own red zone, 3rd down, you need to make a stop. You know they're going to throw to the weapon at tight end, but it's one thing to draw it up on the blackboard. It's another thing to go execute and prevent that guy from catching the ball. He's so big.
And he'll finish the run in the end zone. Touchdown, all. Follow the blockers. The offensive line will take you to the hallelujah land.
And I tell you what, most of the time, Reese, it requires a little bit of skill to find that hole and slither through a little crack. That was not a crack. That was wide open. Didn't take a lot of vision because the blocking was outstanding.
Looking for the tie with the extra point. And he made that extra point, the wet turf, no problem at all. So a drive there of 82 yards, and it was closed out by the short yardage touchdown. They're ready to kick it away, and this crowd is buzzing after that last score. He'll start the return inside the spot. Nice job by the kickoff team. Everybody stayed in their lanes, and they'll stop him at the 16. A lot of work to do as this drive will start from the 16-yard line. Looking to throw on first down. Back open in the middle. A little more space. Open up that playbook even more as they pick up the first down out to the 30.
I like the running back there on the route and the patience he showed, really setting it up. He got to the defender, he was able to put his foot in the ground, get some separation, catch it, and turn upfield for the first.
They'll snap this one from the 30 on 1st and 10. The run from the shotgun. He's going to lose a yard on that one.
That's a fantastic play by the linebacker. He has such tremendous instincts. As soon as he sees run, he's coming downhill. He's got great speed. He gets you on the ground. That's why he's one of the best linebackers in the entire country.
Plenty of distance between them and the sticks here on 2nd down. He puts a lot of air under it down the sideline. And the incomplete pass taking a shot on 2nd down, and they'll be left with a 3rd down.
And it didn't take long early in the game. That's the matchup everybody has their eyes on. One of the best receivers in the game, one of the best DBs in the game. They're going to be going toe-to-toe all game long. That time, the defender comes away with an early win in the matchup, but the war is not over. We're going to see many more battles as this game goes on.
It's so nice when you know it's 3rd and long, you know a pass is coming, you worked on it all week, get your feet set at the sticks, understand that quarterback's got to be rushed, get him off of his spot. Nice execution by this defense.
Looking down the middle. Hauls it in the 1st down and more. They've got it to the 49-yard line, and they'll move the chains.
That is a huge play early in this game. We came into this thing wondering just how aggressive this offense wanted to be, and there you go. First half, 4th and long. We're not bringing the punter out on the field. We've got a guy that we think can read the defense and deliver a strike, and we've got playmakers stretching the field vertically. They show you how dangerous they can be on that last 4th down there.
He's got 50 yards rushing, and that is quite an impressive first half here in this season opener. We have the early makings of a quarterback duel, as these stats will show you. We've got a good one going here, and looking forward to keep those vibes rolling here in the second. Had a chance to talk it over during the break, and they'll start with 2nd down. They'll go to the ground. Not much running room there thanks to this senior defender. And the Nittany Lions want to crank the tempo. On 3rd and short, they keep it on the ground here. Now with a great opportunity as they pick up the 1st down. They've got it at the 40.
Really good job running the ball, getting that 1st down. Now here comes the tempo.
Finds a man on the right. Guided out of bounds at the 22. A good play for this offense as they are threatening to score.
And you got to be wondering about the psyche of that cornerback now who just gave up the big play. He's going to be looking for that corner route later in the game. He's got to be careful he doesn't overcommit to the outside, because if he does, that could mean a big home run type completion if there's a big in-breaking route by his receiver.
Plenty of work to do here on 2nd and long. Back to pass. He's moving out of the pocket. Trying to make magic with his feet. He'll go out of bounds at the 18-yard line.
Nice job by the defense. You got to dial into your keys. You got to make sure you're reading those guys up front. They did a good job. They saw it. They pulled the trigger. They knew the quarterback had it. They weren't fooled. Strung it out. Did a nice job of limiting the damage with that QB run.
Out of the shotgun on 3rd down. Hauls it in. He's got enough. It'll be a 1st down. They've got it at the 12. These two guys, just on the same wavelength, they make clutch connections all the time.
And that's practice, man. That's all.
It's picked off. The Heisman Heisman contender turns it over.
Rain, sleet, snow, sun shining. I don't care. I get interceptions. Give me that rock.
Temple takes over, and the offense will return to the field. They even things up the last time they had it, and the defense helped them out and a chance to go on top with this drive. The run to the left. That keeps the running game churning. Pick up a 5 to the 23.
It's going to be important this offensive line is able to get a little bit of push. Just got to give this guy an inch, a little crease, and he can make yards for you.
Halfway there on first down, it's 2nd and 5. Off the play fake. Under fire. Pass is incomplete, and by this stage of his career, you'd think a junior quarterback might take a little better care of the football.
The offense just has not been able to find a way to get their rhythm going here in the first half. We just haven't seen it in the passing game. That was a really good example of it again. If they're going to score more points in the second half, they've got to make some adjustments here at halftime.
The Owls want to move quickly. We asked earlier this week, who's your favorite receiver? And, of course, he said the open one, but we know who he... And the pressure was too much. They get him at the 15.
And they get a sack there from the linebacker position. There you have it, linebacker U. This is Penn State defense as we know it. LeVar Arrington, Micah Parsons, Navarro Bowman, Sean Lee. Every year it seems like they're pumping another dude into the NFL, and this guy has a chance to be the next one.
Keep pounding away at this defense and make them play the run. If you can get this many a chunk, they're going to have to commit more guys to the box, more guys to the run. Then you open it up for the passing game.
After the strong run on 2nd down, 3rd down coming. Do they do it again? Looking to throw, and he needs a chunk play. Quickly complete. What a play by this defense, and they stop him short. It'll be 4th down.
One of the things I love about this defense is they just have such great awareness, and they're always communicating. They understood the down and distance. They knew exactly what they needed to do to make the tackle to force the punt. That is so well done.
They'll unleash the Wildcat to keep this drive alive. They'll send the back in motion. Wants to pass it. He's got it down the middle. Speeding down the left side. Touchdown, Owls. Once he got some room, it was over.
And I just love the execution by this offense. Late in the half, man, you want to take the lead. You want to get that momentum on your side, and they do it. They finish it with the passing game. I'll tell you what, keep that passing game up. You can keep this lead, keep the momentum, and keep putting up numbers.
And for a quick update, let's go to Kevin Connors in the studio.
Man, we've been anticipating this top 15 matchup all week. Let's show you how things are playing out. Ole Miss is down, but they are not out of it. Not when that crowd spent the morning in the Grove getting ready for this one. Let's see how those fans impact the rest of this game. It's a touchdown game. They're trailing by 7 to Clemson. We'll circle back if anything big happens you need to know about.
Oh, and how about that? I know Kevin and those guys will be keeping an eye on it for us. He was hoping for something a little more dynamic, but they get him on the ground at the 20. They'll snap it from the 20 for the opening play of this drive. Off the play fake on first down to throw. He just missed the target on that one. Got to put it on his body.
Well, no doubt that's where the quarterback wanted to go with the ball from jump, but better job by the defense forcing the incompletion.
Behind the chains now on 2nd and long. After the incompletion, back to the passing game. Out of the backfield, he's open. And he picks up the first down, but he will remember the price he paid after that hit. And this set of downs gets started from the 33, 1st and 10. They'll run play action. snagged out of the air. And the defense had that one well covered, just a short game there.
How nice is it in this offense to have your best receiver playing in the slot? You're matching him up against linebackers, against safeties, or nickel corners. Nickel corners are oftentimes the defense's third best cornerback. This guy is virtually uncoverable.
The big tight end tries to make a catch, and you can tell he extends for the ball, but great job by the defender getting in there, making the hit, dislodging the football out at the same time as he's going to catch it, and the big tight end couldn't hold on to it.
Right on target this time.
Listen, at this point, the end of the first half, you're trying to generate some points. First downs are the most important thing. So a really good job there converting on that third. I love the decision by the quarterback. You kind of wonder, though, are they going to want to be a bit more aggressive and maybe start taking some more shots and attack?
He's got it. They make the stop, but man, this senior took one right in the mustache as he fired the completion. Looking to fire. And he dropped it. It looked for all the world like that would be a catch, and he just got too excited.
Well, they're trying to get the big fella the football in the passing game, but they haven't been able to do that yet. He is a really nice target with his size and his athleticism, but him and the QB, they just don't seem to be on the same page right now.
It's complete. That'll be enough for the first down as they stop him at the 43-yard line. There's a timeout on the field. Tight game here late in the first half. The Nittany Lions have it with a 1st and 10. He's got him in the flat. And that's a very productive first down play and bringing up 2nd and 3. No huddle here for the offense. Looking to go up top, and time's running out in the half. Almost a D-lineman's dream, but he couldn't hang on. It'll be 3rd down.
You just wonder if the quarterback's trying to get it all back after throwing a pick the last time out. This time, that was not a good read. The defender was all over that throw. He should have intercepted that, but thanks to the drop, the offense stays on the field. This quarterback has got to take a breath, and he's got to settle himself down.
He took a hit as he threw it and couldn't deliver the football. It's incomplete, and 4th down's coming. Time dwindling away as they try to put points on the board right before the half. Throws toward the end zone. Intercepted. A first-half turnover can swing momentum. And they make the play to stop the scoring opportunity just before the end of the half.
And another mistake by this. Listen, he is an elite quarterback. He's really, really good. He's pressing too much. Jesse, the #1 job of a quarterback, you better protect the football. I don't care how good you are, you better protect it.
Yeah, you just got to take what the defense is giving you. And I agree, David. It looks like right now he's trying to force the big play instead of just checking it down or throwing away. He's got to do a better job working through his progressions right now. He's got tons of talent, but he's making bad decisions.
They'll run it out of the shotgun. Just searching and working for the running room as he gets it out to the 26. They'll use a timeout right before halftime. Maybe time for 1 or 2 more plays. Handoff from the gun. Knocked down at the 31 after a gain of 5. The offense burns its 3rd and final timeout of the half. One more snap coming before halftime. Gives it to the back on the draw. And after that short game, they'll head to the locker room for halftime. We've played 2 quarters here. Time to go to Kevin Connors in our halftime update. Nittany Lions will try to kick this one deep to get things underway in the second half. Don't know if the defense will appreciate having to defend a short field from the start after that penalty. They think they can impose their will here with the run to the right. And he fights his way forward, gets away from one, but not much doing on that one.
That back had absolutely nowhere to run the football. Actually, is he counting? I think he's counting to make sure there's only 11 guys on defense.
Got stuffed on first down. It's 2nd and 10. Right back to the well. That is a big win for this defense as they were right there as soon as he got the ball.
Man, when you go into the half and you're down, like that speech is usually pretty fiery. A lot of words you can't use on television. And so this coaching staff probably challenged their guys, and I like the way they started this second half so far. Physically, fly.
Oh, he's got some space. He'll go out of bounds at the 35-yard line. Big pickup there, and this offense is feeling it.
And that's a huge third down conversion by the offense there. It's 3rd and long. You've got to lead, not by a lot. Quarterback, though, very poised. Reads the coverage, throws it in rhythm, and you stay on the field.
Chains are set, and Temple has it with another 1st and 10. Use the play fake. Now to throw. Looking to the big tight end. Finds a man on the left. And they make the connection, and he's got it at the 10-yard line, set up with a red zone opportunity. This Temple offense putting together a nice drive. Tight end now in motion. The hand to the running back. Driving its way all the way down to the 3-yard line. It'll be 2nd down, and remember, they can pick up a first without scoring. They go right back to him. Into the end zone he goes. Touchdown, Owls! Now they've got a little breathing room. They are in firm control of this game, guys, but you never want to let up in a rivalry game.
Because it only takes one play. We know how much of a factor momentum can be in these types of rivalry games, David, so this game's still far from over.
And this is where my leadership and my experience comes into play. When you got guys that have been through these fires, been through these rivalry games, you know the swings happen quick. Now you got to swing it back your way.
Kickoff unit on the field, and this defense will be called on to protect this lead. He'll bring it back from inside his 5. And the returner is stopped. The Nittany Lions going back to work on offense now. Now we'll get a chance to see if they can answer that last score, trailing by 14, Jesse.
Yeah, and at this point in the game, I feel like offensively, you should go back to what's been working for you in this game. Don't be afraid to dial up plays that you've already had success with, running it and throwing it. It's okay to repeat plays down 14 at this point.
And I would also say, Palmer, kind of understanding that my defense is not playing great, so I know offensively I got to put some...
Kearney on the Jets. The 20. He's at the 10. Slippery slide. Find his way and ran away from the crowd into the end zone. Touchdown, Penn State. What an explosive eruption into the end zone by this running back.
And this back does it a lot, that he makes big plays. When you can make big plays like this, it makes everybody's job easier. Oh, we can play action. Oh, we can throw it. But it starts with the run game, and this guy's setting everything up.
Let's go to the studio now and check in with Kevin Connors. Kevin, what do you got?
Hey, fellas, here's a quick update on a top 15 clash today. Ole Miss looks like an old punching bag out there today, and any way you slice it, This fan base, heck, this coaching staff just didn't expect that. They're trailing by 21 to Clemson. We've got our eye on this one and everything else going on throughout the day. Guys?
Thanks for the update on that one, Kevin. Let us know when it goes final. Didn't find any crease in that kickoff coverage, and he'll be stopped at the 17. Temple takes over, and the Owls send the offense back onto the field. That lead has been sliced to 7, and now they'll try to put something together here. He's going to lose a yard on that one.
And if this defense wants to get back in the football game, they've got to match the physicality of this offense. And that's a great start here in the second half. Like coming out, not letting them run the football, being the more physical and more aggressive team.
Here's the pressure. Makes the grab. And they get to him and knock him down to prevent a bigger gain.
Yeah, and listen, I'm going to move this guy everywhere. He was in the slot this time, but I'm not going to let the defense understand where he's lining up so they can double team him, put him in the slot, put him out wide. Either way, find this guy early and often.
He's got the back in the middle. He moves the chains, and they'll mark the ball at the 33. Temple lines up quickly.
Nice job by the quarterback, seeing the receiver come over, getting him the football, making the first down, and they like to do this. When they make a first down, they want to go fast, they want to crank up the tempo.
Coaches always harp about staying ahead of the chains, and when you can run with that type of efficiency on first down, man, you are doing just that.
And the Owls with myriad options after that big pickup on first down. They'll go to work in the air on second down. Buys a little extra time. They wrap him up. He tried to get back to the line of scrimmage, but he's stopped in the backfield. And that is where defensive ends make their money, by getting to the quarterback and knocking him down.
Dang, Skippy, that's what you want to be. You want to be a double-digit sack guy. You want to be a guy that puts pressure on the quarterback. Playing the run is fun, but I want to get quarterbacks, and I want to make their life hard.
All right, nothing flashy there. He just did what it took to get the first down.
The Owls are marching down the field. Looking to throw on first down. Quickly to the tight end. There he goes. They finally make the stop, and it's been this way this guy's whole career as a senior makes a play after the grab.
It's amazing in college football, the tight end position and how much has changed. Back in the day, you're a blocking guy, maybe you catch a flat route. Today, these guys have athleticism, and you just saw it from that dude after the catch on that last one.
And they won't make the connection going for the big play.
And defenses are terrified of giving up that big play. I like the offense taking a shot down the field, showing the defense like, listen, hey, you're going to have to guard this. You better start being worried about the deep ball. Now maybe I can take some shots underneath, and it might loosen that secondary up.
Holds and fires it complete to the right. And the defense settled in to stop that one for a short gain.
Great effort by the defense here. Offense trying to go wide receiver screen. How about the speed on defense rounding to the football?
Ball spotted at the 27. They're facing a 3rd and long to try to keep their hopes of a touchdown alive. Fires downfield. It's caught downfield.
When you're a playmaker like this guy is, your coaches are going to dial up plays intended for you, especially on 3rd down. That's what you saw in that last play. There was no question where the quarterback was going with that football. All week long, they decided on the biggest downs of this game, we're going to target our best player, and we're going to make sure that he gets
touchdown Temple. And they take it in for 6 more points. Well, let's count them up. 1, 2, 3. 3 is the magic number for touchdowns.
Yeah, it's as easy as ABC. Goodness gracious. He's been getting whatever he wants, whenever he wants, however he wants. I want to change something up, or maybe focus on that guy that's getting the football a lot and scoring.
On the run from inside his own 5. Not a lot of space to be found. Good hustle by the coverage team, and they stop him at the 21. They come to the line for the first play of the drive, snapping it from the 21. He wastes no time and comes out throwing. And he was drilled just as he released the pass. It's incomplete.
Pressure affects quarterbacks, and this guy's one of the best in the nation. I don't care how talented you are, but if you're being hit, you're not going to throw completions.
Or will they dial up on second and a long way to go? Flushed out of the pocket. Blasted as he lets it go. Those two not on the same page. It's incomplete.
And that's why you always want to be pursuing the football. QB's scrambling, he rolls out to the right, but don't quit if you're on defense. Get somebody after the QB. They got to him, they hit him, and forced the incompletion.
Got the back over the middle. They'll make the stop about 3 yards short of the first down. Talk about aggressive. This head coach is keeping the offense on the field inside his own 30. Looking for room at the 40. And they finally make the tackle, but this will be a pretty easy conversion for this offense. As they get set to snap it, time winding down here in the quarter. Looking downfield on first down. Here comes the heat. Right on the money. They knock him down behind the line, and the defense finishing this third quarter in style. What a day it's been on the ground for these two guys, and they just seem to get stronger as the game goes along as we take a look at the numbers. One more period to go to see who can make the winning plays and come home with the victory. They had a chance to mull things over. Let's see how they start the final period here on second down. Wants to keep it in the air. And the pass is incomplete, jarred loose by the hit.
We know about this running back's versatility, and he's made some plays in this game so far, catching the ball. That time, though, he had no shot. Defender bearing down on him. They're able to get the hit and make sure it falls incomplete.
It'll be third and long. From the gun, wants to pass. Bring in the heat. They're working that left side. And he's knocked down, but there's also a flag that's been dropped. Let's check on the call. So the big gain, all for naught, brought back due to the laundry on the field, and they'll try it again. Trying to pick up a first down. On third and long, he's going to have to turn one loose downfield. And they took a shot on that one, but couldn't make the connection. It's incomplete. Down by multiple possessions, they can't come up empty on this drive in the fourth quarter. They'll go for it on fourth down. It's incomplete, and they desperately needed to keep that drive going, and they couldn't make the connection.
Yeah, and unfortunately in the fourth quarter, losing, you got to put the foot on the accelerator. You got to make something happen. So I get they had to be aggressive and go for it. They just can't seem to get this offense to make plays when they need it the most.
Breaks into the open. And he does a really nice job finding open space and making a good gain before the stop is made. And the Owls with a second and short to keep this drive moving. Running to the left. And there was nowhere to go, just stopped in his tracks in the backfield.
It's going to be tough sledding for the offense here. They're trying to ice this game by running the football and bleeding the clock. They've got a pretty good lead here late in the game, but the defense knows the run's coming, right? So they're going to be loading the line of scrimmage, getting stops like what they just did. Be interesting to see what the offense does on this next one.
This will be picked off, maybe just the turning point they needed. Picked up a few extra on that return, but what a play by this defense to get the football. Penn State sends the offense back onto the field. This certainly hasn't been their best day, but there's no time for mistakes now. They have to execute if they want to. Going the other way, and he's got room. He's at the 50. The 30. Running inside the 20. And he eluded the defense, and he'll take it all the way. Touchdown, Nittany Lions.
David, this guy's showing us everything he's got in his toolbox. Between the tackles, running outside, the elusiveness, the vision, the speed, the patience, and with that home run, now has over 200 yards rushing in this game.
And there's nothing more frustrating than a guy that just keeps coming and keeps coming. They keep feeding him, and he keeps breaking tackles. He keeps making big plays. This defense has had absolutely no answer for that stuff.
They're getting set to kick it away, and that last score took a little oomph out of this crowd. And there will be no return on this one as the ball bounds into the end zone. Temple takes over, and the offense will return to the field. And they've got a little bit of a cushion here, David. If they can add to it on this drive, it would be nice.
And it definitely makes a little bit of a difference. Knowing I'm up by more than a field goal, obviously, Jesse, my mindset switches, and I know I can't make mistakes.
Yeah, and David, I don't think they have to reinvent the wheel on offense here. What they've been calling has been working. Just get back to doing what you're good at.
Gets the back moving. Second down, they'll go to the air. Grabs it in the middle. And he's knocked down immediately, but a good pickup on that play.
This offense is not letting up, guys. They've got a lead here late, and they are still taking shots. They're still looking for explosive plays. This defense just has not had an answer here all game long.
On third and long, trying to have a big completion here. Finds the tight end. They make the stop about 4 yards short of the first down. Temple hoping to convert on fourth down. The offense will have to use its first timeout of the half. They have the lead in a one-possession game, but they're thinking deliver the knockout blow, but this carries big-time risk on fourth down. Finds him out of the backfield, turning it on! And they finally get it to the ground. An easy conversion for this offense. Defense not exactly the perfect fourth down call there. Chains are set, and Temple has it with another 1st and 10. Smart move to keep it on the ground. They'll knock him down for a loss of a couple.
And this situation here on second down is the exact situation this offense wanted to stay out of. You got the lead late in the ball game. You want to get positive yards, keep that clock ticking. Now in a situation, it's interesting. Do they want to throw the football? How much do they trust their quarterback not to make a mistake here late in the football game with the lead?
I think the route runner got a little bit sloppy on his route. You've got to do a better job creating some separation when you're running these end routes, but good job by the defense too, because they took advantage and knocked the ball away.
On third down, he drops to throw. Release to the back. Another incompletion on third down.
Oof, you got to be careful if you're the quarterback there. Third down, you know, you see a lot of exotic coverages by the defense. That time they played zone, and he tried to force that football into a real tiny window. He's lucky that one wasn't picked off.
They're able to put a stop to that return right at the 30-yard line. The Nittany Lions going back to work on offense now. After that last explosive running play, David, why not just try it again, right?
I mean, why not? Such a big, long, explosive run. You think, Jesse, maybe...
Oh, he just handled it poorly, and it's a fumble. Defense picks it up. Who gives a hoot? Yells do. It's a touchdown. The defense putting points on the board.
Man, defenses are always trying to force turnovers, to get the ball back to their offense, make those big plays. You know what the cherry on the sundae is? When you force the turnover, the pill hits the ground, you scoop it up, and you take it all the way back to the house. Huge play for this defense.
Backed up now, here's second and long. Oh, they are breathing a sigh of relief after that recovered fumble. And off from the shotgun. This junior making his presence felt and making the stop after a short gain.
Man, it's really hard to control the running game if you don't control the line of scrimmage. And how about the defensive line doing a great job attacking those guys up front, not open up lanes to run through. Nice job just nullifying that run altogether.
And he'll have to check his fillings after that lick, but he did get the first down. The offense will put it in play from the 47 on 1st and 10. Use the play fake, now to throw. He's taking a deep shot late in the game.
Well, you know the defense felt freaked out on that one. You're in the 4th quarter, and you're lined up against one of the fastest players in all of college football. They're taking a shot up top. You just hold on tight and hope for the best. At that time, they were able to force an incompletion.
To the air on 2nd down. And he is finding wide open defenders all over the field. His 3rd interception of the day. Didn't let him get loose on the return, but he'll take it as they have the ball at the 47. We thought we might see some of this. They'll go to the Wildcat formation here. Snap to the back. The band might as well start playing.
And it was so important for the offense to come up with a touchdown there and not kick a field goal. You're trying to put this thing out of reach. And that touchdown puts so much pressure on their opponent now with less than 2 minutes to go.
We check in with Kevin Connors. What's going on, Kevin?
Guys, let's take a look at what's happening in a great college football matchup. LSU is down, but they are not out of it. Not in Tiger Stadium, a place Bear Bryant once said was like playing inside a drum. Maybe the best home field advantage in football. They're trailing by 11 to Miami. We promise to keep you posted on what goes down in this exciting college football matchup.
And how about that one? Kevin will be keeping an eye on everything going on elsewhere. They'll start this drive from the 18-yard line. Off the play fake on 1st down, wants to throw. Using his legs to buy some time. Defense scoops it up, and he's headed the other way. Touchdown Owls! And they turn it into a defensive score.
They're winning the game, and the defense is helping out their own cause. That's the 2nd time in this game they've recovered a fumble and taken it in for a touchdown. We know they're opportunistic, and they pride themselves on being athletic and being physical, but they're showing you why you cannot make mistakes and cough the football up when you play them.
Kickoff unit getting some extra work as this lead has really grown. On the move from inside his 5. He was hoping for something a little more dynamic, but they get him on the ground at the 20. In front of them as they open this possession from their own 20. Wants to throw on 1st down. Throws to the tight end. He's got an open man. Finally corralled, but not before. He picked up the 1st down. And the best thing about this, the offense can't worry about the scoreboard. Just keep trying to make plays like that, Jesse.
I know a lot of people in the stadium probably feel like this game is over. Maybe it's been over for a while, Reese, but don't tell that to this quarterback and his teammates. They're still out there scrapping and clawing.
Can't find his man as he took a shot trying to deliver that football, and it'll be 2nd down. Couldn't make the connection last time. Let's see if they throw it again. 2nd down, he'll throw it. Not in lockstep there with the receiver.
And this defense has put a game together. Like, it is hard to put all the facets of defense together. Run defense, pass defense. They've been so good, man. Dialed in. You could tell they were ready. They were fast. They were physical. They dominated this football game. And it's just been frustrating to watch the inconsistency of this guy at QB, man. You've got to be able to stay in rhythm in an offense and stay ahead of schedule. And he's had a moment and he threw a touchdown pass, but more consistency, more finding the open guys, delivering it to them, and keeping this offense on schedule.
On 4th down, they'll throw for it. He wants a big play here late. The incomplete pass, 4th down, fails, and they'll turn it over.
And I get it. That's for pride's sake. This game's over. Like, I know you're down and you try to mount drives, and sometimes you even try to get young guys in the game at this point. But now you're just fighting for pride and just letting them try not to get any more points in the scoreboard.
Temple takes over, and the Owls send the offense back onto the field. What a feeling this has to be, David, in complete control and headed toward victory formation.
Yeah, no stress, under a couple minutes.
Birds on the Jets. The chunk plays that they love, and he takes it all the way down to the 10.
What a run. Great speed, great vision, elusiveness, and David, he's tackled down close to the goal line.
Yeah, and this offense, when you can run the football like this, man, you will have success, especially in the red zone, trying to get touchdowns.
They'll dial up the run on 1st and goal. Wrestled down at the 8-yard line as they threaten deep in the red zone. Defense rose up deep in its own end on that last play. Now a 2nd and long coming. Looking for a path to the end zone to the right. He's going for the goal line. And they get him on the ground, and that's going to do it. Ball game is over. Coming into this one, we wondered whether these guys were a little bit overrated, and certainly they did nothing to dispel that notion.
They were playing angry today, and I know talking to some of their players, David, coming into this game, they felt like they were being disrespected. A lot of people thought their opponent might get them today, so they took this opportunity to make a statement and make an example out of their opponent.
And those are fun moments in the locker room, aren't they, Jesse? Like, everybody's doubting us. Nobody thinks we can win. It's really easy to motivate that type of squad.